I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you. Welcome to ANZ. You have already heard Mike speak about ANZ, but what I want to reiterate is that you are joining one of the strongest banks in the world. We are a AA rated bank, which there are only 10 banks which have that strength. So you are joining one of the strongest banks in the world with a long history. The second thing is, as Mike has talked about the super regional strategy, we are the only Australian bank which is building network and business across Asia and Australia and New Zealand and the Pacific. The reason is because the trade flows between Asia, the people flows and the investment flows are rising. And if we look forward another 20 years, we will be in a very strong position as the only Australian bank with that sort of network. Now within that, Indonesia is a very important country in Asia, and in Indonesia we have a very strong base. We are part of a strong bank in one of the fastest growing countries with a strong presence. We are on a journey, and I'd like you to join me on this journey to build the #1 international bank in Indonesia. 7 years ago, when I came to ANZ Indonesia, we had 2 branches, 2 ATMs, and we were a credit card company. Today, we have 28 branches in 11 cities, 54 ATMs, 1,800 employees. We used to have only 180 employees. And more importantly, we are a full-fledged and leading retail bank, and we are now a leading corporate and institutional bank, which is the wholesale bank. 7 years ago, our total balance sheet was only $400 million. Today, we are $4.5 billion. That is more than 10 times bigger. Similarly, our loans used to be $200 million. Today, they are almost $4 billion. So today, we are a full-fledged and leading retail and commercial and corporate bank. And that's something which is important because we are well placed in this country. Now, the last other area that you must be aware of is our branding. I'm sure you've seen our branding in the airport. And if you look at some of the slides, you can see the change in the brand. And we today have one of the highest perceptions of awareness amongst all the countries in Asia for ANZ, but even ahead of some of the other banks who have been here for a much longer time. And so we are second only in brand awareness as against our competitors. As I said, we are on the journey to become the #1 international bank. Now we will achieve that journey. Now, how are we going to achieve that? Very importantly, to me, is a culture where we all work together. We are a family of people. We're all working for a common goal, and we must work across divisions. We work as one unit because the most important person is the customer. He has only one bank. He doesn't think of corporate bank. He doesn't think of retail bank. He doesn't think of tech and ops. He doesn't think of compliance or finance. He just sees ANZ. So each of us, as an ANZ representative, has our duty to do our best for the client, and that means working together to find solutions. And over the last 7 years, I have been absolutely amazed and proud of what this team has delivered. They've delivered internet and mobile banking, again market leading. They've delivered leading solutions for export clients on the electronic export reporting. They've delivered, we are today the leader in retail bond sales for Ori and Sukuk amongst all the banks in Indonesia. We have won so many bond mandates in the wholesale bank, again beating off very well established competition. So that is what this bank is about. One bank, teamwork, serving the client, and together we can make the impossible happen. We have a saying in ANZ, "Tidak ada yang tidak mungkin, bersama kita bisa," and that is exactly what it is. Nothing is impossible, together we can. I'd like to welcome you to join us on this journey with lots of exciting opportunities, lots of learning, lots of hard work. You'll get stressed sometimes, but remember, This is all part of building a bank, building the leading bank. And together, this team can, with God's grace, deliver the impossible. Thank you.